So, Atlus, let's talk for a moment. Let's for real talk for a moment. I love you guys. You made my favorite RPG on the PS2. You did. Let's be honest. No lie. You did. Odin Spear, phenomenal. It's the best. I think honestly it's the best game you guys ever made. And I am comparing that to the Personas. Because, you know, Persona 4 and 5, untouched, unmatched. So, I just want to ask a question. I was playing Catherine a couple weeks ago. And I had this longing feeling for more games like this. Maybe it's a gamble. But hear me out, guys. I think Atlus needs to let their writers, who are basically gods with a pen, do random stories about the human heart and human conditions. I don't want to fight God, but you know, we always fight God at the end of Atlus games, so it's whatever. But real, on the real, why can't we get another game like Cactus? Because in all retrospect, this gameplay and then story, they aren't mutually exclusive, right? We could get more block puzzle games like this. Honestly, there is like a tournament scene on this puzzle game. I watched the video a couple years ago. It's really cool, really interesting. A lot of tech, more than you think there should be in this game. But a lot of tech with this puzzle game, especially when it comes to competitive. And sure, you can say, well, you can only do so much with puzzles type games, and you are correct. This is why Tetris can no longer be iterated without making it look flashy and cool. But I'm sure there's potential here, right? And I ain't crazy about saying this. I'm sure there is potential in this pluck puzzle game. Something that you haven't done, maybe the technology didn't allow you to, and nowadays you could because Unreal 5 is amazing, though I'm not sure if you guys even use Unreal 5. But still, there's a lot more potential in this block puzzle idea you have going. And then if you let your writers do whatever, I'm sure you guys can knock it out the park. I mean, you guys usually do. I remember when Catherine came out, this game was successful, right? I ain't tweaking, I ain't lying. The numbers seem to be up. It sold as much as I expected it to sell. I mean, this is a puzzle game with dating drama. I mean, you guys even made another version, the full body, like years later. I think it was in 2019. It did good. My real honest to God question here, Atlus, is why don't you do more titles like this? I mean, in your past, you just put your name on everything. Your library is huge. I mean, just look at the wiki. I'm not gonna count all this. I can't. It's just way too much. Now imagine what nowadays Atlus can do. I mean, they already solidified how they tell stories. They already know exactly how to write them, how to present them. They have their style, their visual style, which is basically Persona, locked down tight. Imagine if we got more stories like this. And yes, okay, let's skip the whole block puzzle stuff. You don't like it? Fine, cool. Well, we can get a sin management game like this. Like you run a cafe. I mean, Atlus loves their cafes and bars. They do. They absolutely do. I don't know why, but they do. In fact, I like it too. That's not a bad thing. In fact, you can make a plumber game like this. Like, you really can. You can talk about loss or depression with the Atlus spin, making it about community and coming through for people. And then just make that game a plumbing simulator. Your storytelling will carry it far. Because believe it or not, nowadays, that's sorely lacking, right? This genre of just random, beautiful storytelling games with off-the-cuff, I don't know, gameplay is really missing, at least in the mainstream. Yeah, the indie scene has you covered with all the weirdness. I can just imagine Atlus writing a story about hope while you're just a fisherman, just trying to do the best to make ends meet. Or the story of a father's love. He's a salesman going to different clients' houses, going to different companies, trying to pitch the best idea, learning about them. Right, this is all gameplay I'm talking about. Just to pay for his sons or his daughters or his family's medical bills. It could be a young adult who just entered the workforce, right? It could be a 22-year-old trying to pay for his mother's medical bill. She has like cancer or something, and he can do it. And you can write a wonderful story about that while having this real life job be explained in gaming terms. And Atlus, you are GOATs. You're god at this. You have me being a high schooler non-stop, alright? Like, let's be honest, Persona 3, 4, and 5, that's all I ever am to you guys, is a high schooler. Or a high schooler on vacation. Or a high schooler going to a dance. My point here is, I think it's time you guys start doing more than just Persona. Because you're really good at what you do, and it's a waste not to venture forth. Like, sure, nothing's gonna be a home run park, but people love fishing games. I'm not sure why, but I love them too. You see, like, the reason why I'm harping on this, right, and I'm talking about this a lot, is because of the Golden Playhouse. It's a show that tells stories. That's how Catherine got off, or that's how it gets presented as a show. My legit question here is, can we flesh this out? Can we get more shows on this, like, company, this side branch? Am I crazy? Do we not see potential here? Like, if Valhalla, phenomenal game. I love this. Honestly, I wish I had a YouTube channel back then when this game was still popping, because I would just talk about it, but I didn't, and I missed out. And it's a fantastic game. I played it. You guys can play it too. It's amazing. Anyways, back to Atlus. If Valhalla can make a wonderful story while in a bar setting, you're just a barkeep and you're just juggling relationships and juggling expectations, why can't Atlus do it? I know you know.
I know you. You know you. And I know you know that I know you.
How to make a wonderful bar game. So why haven't you? Just saying, why haven't you? Atlus, I know you can make a food war games. Like, I know you guys have it in you. I'm sure some of your developers want to do that. I'm not even saying use the food war IP, but I mean like the chef versus battle royale type theme game. You guys can do it. I don't know, guys. Let me know if I'm being weird. Let me know if I'm just talking up my booty hole. But I think there's something here. There's like a lot of potential not being used, especially when it comes to Atlus. And please do not get me wrong. Atlus has the RPG section of their development cycle, of their staff, locked down tight. They know what they're doing. Honestly, Persona 5 still like top tier right now. Baldur's Gate, it's a different kind of RPG, but Persona 5, phenomenal. So, can we get something else? I know it feels like I'm asking for a lot, but if you guys want to do other stuff, which you do if the way you are making Persona spin-offs is any indication, you guys do want to do different things. Sure, the argument might be that the market might not be there at all, and fair, but the market wasn't there for Persona 3, not to the level it is today, and the market wasn't there for Persona 4, not to the level that it is today. But it was there for Persona 5, and that's because you guys spent time making the market, right? You made the demand. You made such good games that people were waiting for your next game. And I think you guys can do that. In fact, I know you guys can do that. That's how Persona 5 became so big. You kept showing the market, you kept showing gamers that that this product that you're making is worth buying. And it did, so much so that we got spin-offs, a lot of spin-offs. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm not. Anyways, this is gonna be me for the day. This has been Definitely Not Bots. If you liked the video, hit me with a thumbs up. If you disliked the video, hit me with a thumbs down. But whatever you do, make sure you have a good day on purpose. And I'll catch you on the next one.